Hi everybody, this is Emily from Inquisitive Pixel, and this week we're taking a look at Braid. Braid is a puzzle-solving, time-manipulating platformer about the main character Tim and his search for the princess. And that's about all I can say on the topic of the plotline. The storyline is very abstract, and it's not even very clear who or what the princess may be. Theories range from a missing girlfriend all the way to the creation of the atomic bomb. All the games I've played so far have had interesting music, and this one is no exception. The music in this game is beautiful. In fact, the track called Downstream is now one of my most favourite tracks ever. These tracks were not written for the game, but they fit in excellently to help set the tone. Braid is also visually stunning, in a cloudy, dreamy, impressionistic way. It may be simple, but it ties in very nicely with the hazy feeling the rest of the game creates. This, as a bonus, means that Braid is untaxing on my system. It gets extra brownie points for that. But that's enough about the scenery, down to gameplay. Your aim, as Tim, is to collect jigsaw pieces to complete puzzles and unlock new worlds on the home screen. Make no bones about it, collecting jigsaw pieces is hard. The game expects you to figure the problems out for yourself. There is no easy mode. You will be sitting there tearing your hair out, wondering how on earth you can reach that little key to unlock that little door to reach that little puzzle piece. And as frustrating as that sounds, I really like that about Braid. All too often games offer an easy way out, but Braid stands up and says, "No, use that brain of yours, I'm not going to mollycoddle you." The puzzles become increasingly difficult when you have to use time manipulation to solve them. And this is a key element of the game. The different elements of time manipulation are excellently done, and range from a localized slowdown to a rewind function that causes your shadow to go and do the tasks you just did while you're doing a different task, to a green glow that renders an item unaffected by time changes. Did your head just explode? Mine did several hours ago. And hours is what it takes to complete the game. You will definitely get your money's worth here. There are also occasional boss fights that quite refreshingly break up the puzzle piece aspect. But my favourite part by far is the ending. The whole game is thought-provoking, but for the ending, that would be an understatement. It is more like mind-blowing. It is well worth the hours of torment spent getting there. Braid is definitely fun to play, but it does not follow a typical structure. Rather than you being the good guy and completing tasks to defeat the bad guy, you may or may not be the good guy, and you may or may not be completing puzzles solely to soothe your guilty conscience. Braid also seems to fall under the games as art category. It's much more than just fun to play, it's much deeper than that. This game has a message. What that message is, I'm not entirely sure, but it's trying to tell me something. On to replayability. We have much to discuss. The scope for replayability in Braid is gargantuan. There are tons of Easter eggs and bonus gameplay ranging from hidden storyline text to time trials of various levels to stars hidden in some of the levels. On the subject of the stars, the one thing I wish I had known before playing is that if you want to get all the stars, you need to get the second star before you assemble the World 3 jigsaw. If I want to be an utter completionist, I'm going to have to play the whole game again. This is only mildly irksome. Thankfully, the stars are not key for the main storyline. While the elements such as the art, music and time mechanics individually help to reinforce the abstract and reflective tone, together they combine to make a perfectly tied together package, which is still fun to play. No strand is left loose, like a braid. In short, unclear abstract storyline, although I think that may be the point, beautiful graphics and music, good accessibility, extremely challenging but ultimately rewarding puzzles, and a hefty replayability. My final rating is 9 out of 10 pixels. As a final note, I must just say to the developers, bravo. If I were to be wearing a hat right now, I would take it off to you without hesitation. Really well done. Tune in next week for more from Inquisitive Pixel.